Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Very quickly, when I say live, what I mean is that I'm recording myself, seeing the information, seeing the data for the very first time. In other words, I don't know what's coming next. So if you are looking for a video where the person's doing a trade recap or talking to you and doing analysis with hindsight in their favor, then this will not be a video for you. But if you are open to the idea of an unscripted, nitty-gritty, raw look into what it's like to be a day trader and how day trading can play out, then I'm confident you'll get value in this video. So I'll go ahead and pause the recording software for now and be back at the open. Watching 283 here as a potential short. And 283 to go short. In at 283. Now looking for this thing to pick up some downside continuation here. All right, took off 150 shares. Still have 200 left. I took those off just because, as you can see here, it's struggling. All right, so $65 there. Might still go, but there's just other interesting setups out there. And it looks like Tesla just, I really wanted 282, but still has not hit 282. AFRM. And I'm still watching Tesla off screen. And I'll let you know if that was a bad move, but I mean, we are completely trading in hindsight right now on it. Nvidia, let's go check out that one. Yeah, 161.25 maybe. Okay, I'll go ahead and pause for now though, and Tesla is now bouncing, so as of now looking like I played that one just as I should have, because I did get the move. I suppose I thought the move would have been a bit bigger, but 282, you know, requiring $1. Yeah, and just I'll just bring it up now. You can see. So do I want to try to re-enter though now? Once again at 283, maybe. If this thing wants to go up there, hit 284, and then come back down to 283, I very well may be interested in just trying it again, because clearly the timing was a bit off. Again, not completely off, because I still got a move, but it was off in the sense of actually, you know, being able to make the type of trade that I thought would have been available on it. But yeah, if this thing wants to go hit 284, maybe slightly above it, and then come back down. So there we go. So let's see if it wants to come back down to 283. But for now, I will go ahead and pause. And now Tesla just complete move in the upwards direction. So yes, I played that one about as good as I could have. So that's disappointing. But it also goes to show that, and I know I've said this before, but it's always worth repeating. The nice thing about being a trader is you don't have to be perfect, right? That setup was nice, but it's not like it was everything worked out just like I thought it would, but it didn't need to, and I still walked away with, you know, some money in my pocket. Once more, nothing like I thought I was, but just hopefully you find some confidence in reassuring that, you know, a requirement to be a successful trader does not mean perfection. You don't need to have the perfect setup, have the setup work out perfectly, and have every little dynamic go in your favor. That does not need to be the case in order to make money. So perfection is not required to make money as a trader. But yeah, still kind of disappointed in the sense of, you know, just didn't give that follow through. And okay, let's see what's going on here with Nvidia. So maybe can't go short here. It's a bit too much down, but if it wants to maybe head back up to a back test. So let's see where it wants to close. Okay, yeah. So let's try this, 163.50. Or is this just going to keep on dropping? If it keeps dropping, I'm just going to be left behind because I don't want to chase. Yeah, if this thing wants to get up to 163, 25-ish, could be an interesting setup to play a back test. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get short here at 163. Tight stop. And we'll see if this thing wants to come back down. So it is starting to come down a bit. Took out half there. See if anyone actually wants to get down through VWAP. Let's see this thing at 162. There we go. Well, I missed. Shoot. I was a little too slow. I typed in the wrong number. All right, I'll take that for $306. So there we go. Had a very, very tight risk on that one. Wish those setups would come along a little bit more often with those tight little risk windows. So I'm now up 371. And again, that one should have been out at 162, but I missed one extra digit, so I didn't take myself out. Do I enter back in at 161, 75? Maybe. We'll see if it wants to come back down. What did I say? Yeah, 161.75. That could be a very interesting level. All right, I will go ahead and pause. Okay, coming down potentially. In at 161.77. See if we can get some more follow through. This is mainly based on the 5-minute time frame. What you see is the 1 minute. All right, out there for a loss. Still up $200, so no big deal. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say it did go in my favor, but definitely not in my favor enough to have made that worthwhile. Still watching it, though. Yeah, 161.75. Still an interesting level. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. All right, maybe coming back into play again. Would love to see it go green and then come back down like it did. Okay, good, good. Now let's see it come back down. I will go ahead and pause. Okay, now watching 162 to try to anticipate a break of 161.50. In at 162. Let's see if we can finally get the move. Again, that key break is 161.70-ish. There we go. How did I not get out there at 161.51? There we go. Let's go check out Tesla. Up 476 now. I really want to see Nvidia collapse to give me a little confidence that these things can actually give follow through. But as of now, you can see it's actually bouncing. So that's not great for, I'm in completely scalp mode. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. I'm totally in scalp mode right now just because of movements like this. It broke down, but had I been sitting there wanting more, look at it. I would be officially in the red now. That's just not, again, I wanted to be wrong there in the sense of, wow, look at that thing continue to go in my favor. Look at that follow through. But the exact opposite has occurred. My confidence is shot in the sense of looking for follow through. So right now I'm saying to myself, I need to keep scalping because that move is ridiculous. So I played that one, almost nailed the bottom. I was in within about, I don't know, 7 cents of the bottom on that. So I'll take it. But again, it's frustrating because I just want to see that collapse. I want to sit here and say, I should not have scalped, but I should have scalped. And that's not exactly, the encouraging sign that I want to see. But it is what it is. And you got to, so hopefully the main lesson here is you got to play by the market's rules. If the market's saying, yeah, we're going to do all sorts of, Bush League movements like that, so you're gonna have to be a very, very, almost sniperish scalper. Well, then so be it. And I don't want to have to scalp. I'd rather sit here and hold and watch that thing break and keep moving and then slowly take profits out. I mean, that's the ideal world. But if the market's going to behave like this, then it is what it is. I'm not going to fight the market. So, okay. Well, how many trades has that been so far? 4? Yeah, Tesla, Nvidia 1, Nvidia 2, Nvidia 3. Yeah, so 4 trades. All right, I will go ahead and pause. And I'm officially going to call it good. Couple reasons. First off, I'm up $476 with commissions on, let's call it $465. So if I can make $465 in 23 minutes, that's kind of mind blowing if you stop and think about, people that make a minimum wage, or even if you make, let's say, $20 an hour. Would you ever go up to somebody that makes $20 per hour and say, I made $465 in 23 minutes and I'm not happy about it? They would look at you, rightfully so, as the biggest greedy savage ever. So I'll take it, $465 in 23 minutes. And the other reason why is just, this is a dangerous market to be trading in. I mean, think about what we just witnessed. We witnessed, let me pause it so I can get my marker. So you saw what happened there, took it for short, wanted it go down, no follow through, huge bounce. So that would have knocked out, I would imagine, the majority of shorts. So came up, and then look at it, all the way back down. And now the crazy part is maybe people are like, okay, now it's finally going to fail. So maybe people got in there from the short side, and now it's starting to bounce back upwards right now. So point here being is this sort of just, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now it's easy to trade in hindsight, right? It's super easy to be like, oh yeah, well, Clay, you could have just shorted there, and there. It's like, fair point. Yeah, you're right. But that's why textbooks don't work, because all textbooks do is show you stuff like that, right? A picture. But when you look to the right here and see this void of darkness and you don't know what's coming next, things get a little bit more challenging. And for me, this is, and for most traders, I would assume, this sort of action where it acts like it wants to break out all the way down. Oh, no, we do want to break out. No, just kidding. All the way down. No, we do want to break out. And then it's come back down. That's just very difficult. And it's not going to be a conducive environment. And here we go. And I'm kind of stalling here because I want to see if this thing, ends up snapping back upwards. But regardless, I'm going to call it good. I'm especially given the environment here of how snappy it is and how very choppy it is, as you witnessed. I'm very grateful for the 465 in 20 minutes or whatever I said that was. So, but anyways, thank you for watching. If you enjoy these live trade videos, hit that like button, leave a simple comment below. Tell me what you traded today. Tell me what you're watching tomorrow. And like I said, comments and likes do go a long way. And look at this thing as it bounces. See, that's exactly what I mean. I'm glad I stalled. Look at that. I was already convinced not to trade, but look at this garbage movement. Absolute garbage movement. So again, are you going long here? Ask yourself, are you going to go in the comment section right now? Are you going long? Tell me what you're doing at this moment. What are you doing right now? Or maybe you're getting short. Tell me what you're doing. And this will be a great real life example of what are you doing right now. Don't wait for it to see what happens. Pause the video, type in the comment section right now. What would you be doing? Perfect real life quiz, because you've just witnessed all this stuff. You just witnessed it once again fall apart and go back up there. So what would you be doing? And yeah, trading gets a little bit more difficult, doesn't it? Now, I do see there's actually a worthwhile setup here that I could see you take, and I'm not going to say what that is because I don't want to, I want you to give yourself a true, genuine answer. Wouldn't that be something if this thing now drops all the way back down? Anyway, I'm going to pause and let's just see how the rest of this plays out so you can get an answer to your question, or so you can see how things would have played out with whatever you said. I'm going to take 161.50, very small share size, just 150 shares, just because, I don't know, I'm either going to look smart or I'm going to be sitting there saying, say, I got suckered back in, but this is just too good of a pattern to not take it. But again, I'm compensating for it with smaller share size. So I'll watch 150, but look at this. Once again, is this thing going to snap back up? We'll see, but I'm watching 160, 150. In fact, for those of you that are like, hey, Clay, how does your chat room work? So Nvidia, 161.50, flush point, 1 minute. Now, not that members are going to just blindly take that, but because everybody's going to think for themselves. However, that is how the chat room works. If you're wondering, Clay, I know you offer that private community. How does it work? Well, there you go. So members can agree, disagree with 161.50, but that's the level that, in my mind, is making quite a bit of sense. But I'll go ahead and pause. Okay, maybe coming into play here. I missed it. Let's see if I can get a back test. There we go. In at the back test. So we'll see, did I just get suckered in, or is this thing going to actually break down now? Actually follow some sort of chart pattern? Kind of. All right. Nope, not going to fool around with it. It might still go, but I'm a bit too shell-shocked from all this other stuff. So now up $490, but we'll see how this works out. Hopefully, I'll trade vicariously through members now. And yeah, for me, I definitely want to see this thing die for members' sake. All right, I'll go ahead and pause and we'll see. So for those of you that were like, Clay, I'm shorting up here. I'm getting short. Hey, well done. Well done. And that was the setup that I was watching because you would have had a very tight stop loss. All right, good. Yeah, it's die. Didn't I say, I think I wrapped up this video, didn't I? I think I said hit the like button, leave a comment, blah, blah, and then here I am, made one more trade. And now I'm just letting it go because I curious, just so you can see how things worked out. That was a, like I said, alert for members. And they've got 50 cents on it so far. So again, depending on if they chose a scalp, then I'd like to think they made good, respectable money on it because I got a 50-cent move. But for people that are saying, no, Clay, I don't want a scalp. I want this thing to work for me and break down some more. Well, maybe they'll be proven to have chosen the method. I'll go ahead and pause. All right. Well, I refuse to be chained to my computer any longer. It's been 30 minutes, and that is, I've been basically done. I guess I took that one trade, but anyways, so good move. Still, again, those people that chose to scalp, yeah, maybe they potentially chose wrong here, because if this thing continues on 160.50 and down, and then those members that chose to let it work for them, well done. For those of you that kind of went the question, hopefully you would still be saying you're holding right now, in all honesty, not just because you know that it went down in your favor. So be honest about it. But yeah, regardless, tricky market. But this is encouraging to me, because this pattern is finally, moving in a way that you would want to see it move. So in that regard, this one is offering me some encouragement. I'll keep a broad eye, because I'm not going to sit here, for the entire day, but see if there's more movement like this that actually behaves like you would expect it to, and maybe, take that encouragement into tomorrow's trading. But overall, so now, like I said, we'll just call it 30 minutes. So 30 minutes with commissions, let's call it $480. So 40.80. Well, I would never go up to somebody that makes $20 an hour and say, I made $480 in 30 minutes, and I'm not happy about it. No, not going to happen. And I say that just to help you build perspective, because it is easy to look around social media and think that you're like doing bad because you see people throwing up just crazy big numbers. So just keep yourself grounded in reality. And that's a quick trick to do it. Ask yourself how to if I went up and complained to somebody making minimum wage or $20 an hour, $25 an hour, what would they think about me if I were to complain? So that is all I have. Again, hit that like button, leave a simple comment down below if you enjoy these live trade videos, and everybody, thanks for watching. Take care. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up, as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.